What actions would you take if you would be 5%, 10, 50, or hell, even 100% more confident? Think about it. What are the things you would do that you currently might not do because you're afraid? This is why we are here. This is why I do the work I do. Knowing that you are the most important thing you need to work on to create bigger results and to be able to serve and contribute in a greater way. This is why it's not selfish to prioritize personal growth as part of your business strategy. Welcome to The Rise Show, a podcast for highly driven and spiritual women with big ideas, dreams, and visions. Audacious women just like you, who are committed to their evolution and obsessed about all things personal growth, spirituality, manifestation, and feminine embodiment. I'm your host, Nathalie Banaszak, feminine success and branding coach, and I'm here to support you on your journey and path of expansion. I know you're ready for so much more. Permission granted to go for greatness, your wildest desires, and the most radiant and full expression of the brand called you. Are you ready? Let's begin. What is it that makes a woman magnetic? To become a magnetic woman, focus on building genuine confidence by embracing yourself, practicing self-compassion, and cultivating positive and empowering self-talk. We develop a magnetic presence through many factors, and as with all things growth, it starts from within. Remember, thoughts become things, so it starts with you. What's the tone of your inner self-dialogue? Is your self-talk loving, uplifting, and empowering? Or do you tend to criticize yourself no matter what you do? This will affect your level of self-confidence. So let's look into the definition of confidence. This is what Google says. It's the feeling or belief that one can rely on something or something, firm trust, feeling certain about the truth of something. A feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciations of one's own abilities or qualities. Confidence means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities, not in an arrogant way, but in a realistic, secure way. Confidence isn't about feeling superior to others. It's a quiet inner knowledge that you're capable. Confident people feel secure rather than insecure. Now, wow, let that sink in. Self-confidence is something we do not talk about. And as I view it, it is something, oh, wow, imagine if we would have learned this in school, if it would have been something that we would have talked about. Without confidence, and I'm speaking about real genuine, divine confidence, not the fake one that we easily can pretend that we own. So without that kind of confidence, your beautiful ideas, dreams, visions, ambitions, they will die a quick death. Now, that might sound brutal, but it's the honest truth. So confidence is a master trait of changemakers. And the fantastic news, you can install it. You can practice on developing it. As with everything personal growth, it's about self-mastery and deciding that you want to become a confident woman. When you have divine confidence, lights turn to green and doors open wide for you. This is what I mean about making yourself available for wild opportunities. So you do that by saying yes. You do that by calling the shots yourself, not trying to fix everything by yourself because that's not feminine, No, you know that you are co-creating things with the universe, but still, you need to be the one who show up in alignment for what you say matters the most for you. So how does divine confidence help us in like a million of ways? Well, let's begin with what happens when we experience setbacks, challenges, obstacles, rock bottoms. I mean, hello, fear. How do we face fear? Confidence gives us the courage to go beyond anything we might face. It helps us to navigate those times when we do experience challenges, which will appear. It's not like we're on on our paths without ever experiencing any setbacks. That would not even be normal. So confidence helps us to reframe any limiting belief you might hold about yourself, and once and for all reframe quote unquote failure. Confidence allows you to look at what's happening to you, not even as something that's happening to you, actually as something that's happening for you. Okay, this is happening right now. Looking into whatever it is as an observer, allowing yourself to feel all the emotions, but to not get stuck in any kind of low vibe, self-loathing stories about who you are because of what's happening. Do not ever forget about the belief you hold about your capability of what you want to create into this life. So my question to you, how much do you believe in yourself on a scale 1 to 10? Now, this is important. And it's very easy to perhaps say, ooh, 10 on a day when you're feeling like I'm in a high vibe state, everything is flowing. The question is to be able to answer 10 even when you're feeling low, even when you're feeling like you are experiencing a rock bottom. This is the difference. We might still be in fear, but knowing at your core level that, hey, I trust myself. Because who am I not to believe? Because not believing in you is as saying you do not believe in higher power. There is a sprinkle of God living within you. Do you wholeheartedly believe that? So when I teach my classes, when I'm in one-to-one sessions, or even in my own life with my own community, I speak about radical, unshakable confidence. And again, this does not mean that we never feel shaky. We do. But I mean embodied confidence that's living within us, no matter what we might experience. Here's a key question. Whenever I ask it at lectures, there will be a quiet moment. Because when we truly allow the question to create the impact that it potentially can have, if you're open to really fully honestly answer it, it might change the direction of your life. What actions would you take if you would be more confident? So let's play with this. What actions would you take if you would be 5%, 10, 50, or hell, even 100% more confident? Think about it. What are the things you would do that you currently might not do because you're afraid? This is why we are here. This is why I do the work I do. Knowing that you are the most important thing you need to work on to create bigger results and to be able to serve and contribute in a greater way. This is why it's not selfish to prioritize personal growth as part of your business strategy. Because here it is, you might have a killer strategy, but if you focus on strategy only, but you do not have the inner strength to carry it through, it will not create the result that you deserve and that you are worthy of. So, power of vision And again, we will visit this topic forever. You need to know who you are as a leader. And that means knowing where you're going. That means having unshakable belief in yourself. You need to have this level of divine confidence that you are capable of achieving your dreams and whatever it is you set your mind and heart to. It's so much about that vision of yours, your grandest vision, and then deciding what woman you most want to be, who you need to be in order to actually do the things you most want to do. And then it's about start practicing to bringing all of her into life. And if you say that, I do not feel that I have that level of confidence that I would love to, okay, fantastic. You get to change that now. And that's my intention with this episode, to inspire you to grow your levels of self-confidence. Because this is called the Rise Show for a reason. Time to turn your light all the way up. And cultivating divine confidence will help you. So here are 5 actions to help you step into greater levels of confidence. So step 1, clean up your self-image. Now, the mental picture you hold about yourself is something that's planted in your subconscious mind. And the self-image you hold to be true about yourself determines the results you get in every area of your life. Now, you can change your self-image by using powerful tools such as meditation, visioneering, affirmations. Practice seeing, thinking, and feeling yourself as the highest version of who you are and who you want to become. Who is the woman of your dreams? Now, this is obviously exactly what I'm doing in the work that I'm doing. It's about intentional identity creation, which starts with self-image, going back to authentic personal branding, going back to intentional personal transformation. Step 2, study human potential. Get to know yourself. Be curious. Keep a beginner's mindset. Make self-study a part of your daily life. Read the books and attend classes, trainings, seminars to set your focus on your capabilities. It's a great success habit to read about and study successful people around you. Now, study those people who reach that kind of success that inspires you, not the kind of success that you perhaps been conditioned to believe that you're supposed to, quote unquote, go for. Look at those people who already accomplished a level of success that inspires you. So we naturally learn. You learn by staying curious. So setting your focus on potential by watching, listening to, and studying people who inspires you all around you. As you realize your full potential, you automatically become more confident too. And this is a step-by-step practice, taking yourself from one level, feeling confident, to the next one and moving ahead and so on. Step 3. Wow, this is a big one. Level up your language. Now, I work with conscious language and leadership language a lot with my clients. Be extremely cautious about the language you're using. Words hold a vibration too. And this begins from within. It's all about your inner self-talk and also about your vocabulary, how you speak to others as well, how you present yourself. The thoughts you're thinking and the words you're using, they become things. Be next level aware of your variable language, including your words, your tone of voice, and everything. Use bigger words and leadership language to communicate more powerfully. Notice how you get your point across or express a big new idea in a whole new way when you speak from a place of inner authority instead of playing small, or even worse, the feeling when you're too conscious about what you should say so it should sound really, really good. We need to relax into the essence of who we are being and access our authentic power, our feminine power that will naturally leverage our language. So step 4, improve your health and fitness. Oh, wow. Self-empowerment comes in so many different ways. and moving your body, moving your soul, getting a free flow in your energy, I say that exercise in whatever form you love is one of the most empowering things you can do for your, self-esteem from within, inside out, outside in. It makes you feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And it doesn't take much. You'll see benefits from just taking walks and moving your body. It's about creating a flow in your energy. And what matters is that you care enough about feeling your best, knowing what radiance feels like in your body, and then making regular physical activity a priority. Health and well-being is so much about feeling good in your body, mind, and soul, because this massively affects the vibration you choose to live in. And it will, trust me, affect what actions you take and what actions you do not take. And also, how are you showing up? With what energy are you showing up for the actions that you're going to take? You can imagine, let's say you're going to a network event, and if you're feeling super low, like your confidence is rock bottom, compared to like, hey, I'm here to take over the world in my own feminine way. Can you imagine, how confidence will play a crucial role for, who you will connect with, how you actually attract your dream clients, and so on. It's massive. Step 5. Oh, wow. Take action and change a habit. You can start small. Same thing here. It doesn't have to be something massive. Changing a habit, it requires action. And self-growth, commitment, you will hear me repeat this basically in every single show. It takes something. So decision is massive. It's so massive. It's not only an episode of its own, it's like a course of its own. You decide that you are the kind of woman who can set a goal, who can stay consistent, and who can succeed. It's, again, massively empowering, and it will naturally increase your sense of confidence. And again, that kind of confidence that's fueled from within. So you can start with changing something small, like, whatever it might be for you. And these are exercises I would normally give clients, that's customized for their needs. So what will make the difference for you? Let's say it's about, I decide that I'm going to wake up 15 minutes earlier to meditate, or I decide to go to the gym 2 times this week, or I decide to do one thing that scares the shit out of me every single day for one entire month, whatever the challenge might be for you. So if you do that and take aligned action for a month, you will be eager to continue and improve the practice of becoming more confident and turn that into bigger things. Because this is the thing, how you do one thing is how you do everything. I don't know how many times you will hear me repeat a lot of things. So how we do one thing is how we do everything. And remember that. It's so empowering knowing that, I decided to do this, and guess what? I showed up for it every single day. So be the woman who stick to her word. So I'm wondering, are you thinking empowering and loving thoughts that align with your bigger vision and goals? Or are you thinking disempowering thoughts that align with limiting beliefs and old ways of being? You simply cannot afford to criticize yourself in any way. And again, I am speaking from my own experience, part of my story. And I see this, it's not, this lives within all of us. It's just a matter of if we are aware or not, and if we're willing to really shine light on all those limiting beliefs that we might not be willing to really, really look into because they're painful. But you know what? Fear is just thinking, and the thoughts might be real, but it's not really a truth in them. It's all about what kind of meaning you make with the thoughts that you tend to think about yourself. So you need to know what the difference, even if you might feel that, hey, I'm my empowered self today in 2025, which is the year of the time I'm recording this. no, she would not think those thoughts. But what is the old program that God planted in you when you were a young little girl or boy, if you're a man listening into this, Yeah, think about that. And it takes forever work. And I'm not saying that to disencourage you in any way. It's just about shedding. And it's about being consistent with reprogramming our mind. And we do that about consciously choosing to think more empowering, loving thoughts that align with our vision. So again, divine confidence, it starts from within. So if you say that you want to be confident, find out who you truly are by always believing the best and highest about yourself. This is showing deep self-respect and deep self-love. And do not feel guilty or shame or punish yourself in any way if you recognize that, shit, my self-confidence is low. And on top of that, I'm recognizing that I'm thinking low vibe thoughts. Okay, let's celebrate that you are brave enough to face that. It's not good, it's not bad. It's just a matter of where you're at and where you want to go. And I celebrate you for being brave enough to look deep within and just decide to change the stories that you do not want to harbor in your body and being anymore. So on the topic of radical self-confidence, I remember one of my early business coaches that I hired. And I was this was in the beginning of social media. And she was challenging me. I was supposed to do a video series. And I wish I've had this saved because then I would have loved to kind of share them so you could have seen what I'm talking about. But I don't have these videos saved. Anyways, I totally remember her honest and quite brutal feedback. So I was just I was doing a sample and I was sending them to her. And it's like, so what do you think, And I was doing something like Nathalie IG Live Soul Talks or something. And for you who've been with me long enough, you might even remember those. And she was quite brutally saying well, Nathalie, they're cute. That was all she needed to say so that I completely would understand what she was saying. I was playing it small. I was being cute and sweet, which we get to be. Nothing wrong with that. It's all feminine. But what she said is basically, Nathalie, you need to talk and show up like you're a big fucking deal. Even if you have one person or zero who, give you a like or a comment or watch your IG live. And I'm laughing now, and maybe you are too as you're listening to this, because I completely see myself as I am receiving this feedback. And what a gift to be coachable. We get to be coachable, which means we need to be willing to accept feedback. And that was fantastic feedback. I immediately understood what she meant. I was playing small. I was being too cute. I was doing this video basically run by my own program. And that was just part of that journey. I was then really studying conscious language, really being super committed to my public speaking and leadership language and all of those things. I'm still on this journey, practicing, but it's just such a huge difference. And what would this be for you? If I give you my example, what would be the example for you? Where are you playing small? Where are you not allowing yourself to be fully seen? Where are you holding your true power back compared to just hey, you know what? This is me. I'm going for it. I'm going to speak at my channel, whether it's, on social media or in real life, it would be 1 million people in the audience, So my point is, you matter. What you have to say matter. And you never know who's watching and whose life you can inspire and empower by some of the things you are saying. So hopefully my story gives you a little bit of laughter and something to relate to. I want to wrap up this episode. Same thing here. We will talk about this topic so much more. I'm going to leave you with 3 reflection questions. And pen and paper, or if you're on your devices, I'm very old school when it comes to taking notes, but regardless, most important, give yourself some time and space to reflect on these questions. So first question, how much do you trust and believe in yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you think would change for you if you would embody 10 on the level of your self-confidence? And 3, again, what action or actions can you take today to increase your confidence? So I'm encouraging you to take whatever inspiration and theory you're getting and implement it. You know the saying that, hey, if it excites you and scares you at the same time, fantastic. You're doing something in alignment that's going to grow your heart and soul and life. So I want to hear all about your thoughts about self-confidence, your biggest takeaways from this episode. As always, DM me on Instagram. Let's keep the conversation alive. And I'm very excited to see what will unfold for you as you embark on a journey to grow your divine confidence from within. If you loved this podcast, please go ahead and subscribe. That way you get updates anytime I post a new episode. And if you're feeling extra generous, go ahead and share this with a sister you know needs to hear this message and leave a review. It would mean so much, as I love to envision a world with more feminine, embodied leaders. If you're looking to further grow, evolve, and expand your life and business, connect with me on Instagram and sign up for my Rise newsletter. Get ready to receive special announcements, inspiration, high vibe self-empowerment, tips, hacks, and tools on how to become the woman you most want to be right into your inbox. Link in the show notes. Until next time, have a gorgeous week.